Hi folks, welcome to today's color process video. This comic was a fairly tricky one to color because it ran the risk of being even more confusing with color than it already was in its line work form. Granted, I intentionally wanted this comic to make the reader look at it and wonder what's going on, because I just wanted there to be so many tangents going on across the entire thing. However, my typical approach to color, where I would add bits of lighting to things, I was worried in this case that it would lead to too many things going on and too many little different parts that the reader would have to take in. So as a result, I decided to keep everything rendered in flats. Now, even making that decision, just using flats, it was still a small challenge getting this done. It was tricky to get things to look separate, but also look like they're all kind of one object almost. Um, However, I did have to make some concessions. Concession, is that the right term? I don't know. I did have to make some. What's the term I'm looking for? Yeah, you could be screaming the word at me right now. Yeah, I can't think. I can't think. But originally, the colors were going to be more consistent across the board, as in just the same few colors used throughout. For example, the wall of the, say, the kitchen the character is sitting in the second panel, that was originally going to be the same color as the wall of the house in the first panel, or maybe it was the grass. I forget which, but there was going to be uh, more colors kind of tying in together across the entire thing. That's not to say that there aren't um, like those there aren't any colors that do tie together. Like for example, I used the similar shade of red for, say, the roof and the door of the house and the top that the guy is wearing, and then the yellow that I used for his pencil, that's the same yellow I used for the background of the drawing, or maybe even photograph that he's looking at. And overall, this was just one of those pieces where I had to just constantly tinker with things until I got the colors I liked. I will admit, I'm not entirely happy with how the colors turned out. I think they look fine, but um, I do worry that in some cases they actually just kind of add to the confusion more than taking away from it. Like, I mean, as I said, I do want this comic to have a confusing element to it, but I also still want it to be readable. I want people to get what it's going for, and I do worry that some people with the colors added may just look at this and go like, "This is a mess," not getting what I'm intending with it. And of course, that would be entirely my failure, not theirs. Um, but still, overall, while I'm not entirely happy with how it turned out, I'm still uh, I'm not unhappy with it either. There is still something visually pleasing I find about it. There's something about um, objects interacting with each other in that tangential way that I find quite visually appealing at times. So yeah, I think I'll leave it at that. So thank you very much for watching, and I will talk to you at the next video. Take care.